Kitkatscanread. Hello, welcome to another video. My name is Katie. Today I'm bringing you guys my July book haul. So I have no idea how this month is going to go for like book purchases because yeah, there's some here that shouldn't be here, but they are. Although a couple of these, like, I did not know they were like released or anything, but I will get to them when I do. So it is currently the 12th of July and I have first got to share with you the collector's edition number 2 by Natsuki Takaya of Fruits Basket. So yes, here we go. So this was on the Waterstones website for $14.99. I had a £10 off Waterstones voucher and I also had a 10% off. I paid around £2.72, something crazy like that, for this actual volume, which is really good. And I have just wanted to continue on with this. I loved the first bind up that I had read last month, and so yeah, looking forward to continuing on with this. I have also watched the anime episodes that go along with the collection, so I'm wanting to watch some more anime, but I'm on a thing where I want to read the manga and then watch the anime and kind of like compare. So yeah, really excited. This is the story about this girl who has lost her mother, and so she lives in this tent because like her grandpa's house is being renovated and he's like, can you stay with some friends? And she's like, yeah, okay, sure. She's really embarrassed because she doesn't really have any friends, so she stays in this tent, and then she discovers this house with all these like brothers in and this family in, and then they kind of find out that she's been living in this tent, so they invite her to stay at their house whilst she is waiting for her grandpa's house to be renovated. And so she goes to her grandpa's house when it's finished, and then she discovers she really misses living with all of the brothers. Nutmeg, shush! You're so loud! It's really good. And like with the family, they are like members of the zodiac, so they turn into like animals of the zodiac if they are hugged by a female who isn't a member of the zodiac. So it's quite funny in that sense. So they've all got like these spirit animals in themselves. So one will be a like boar, one will be a horse, one will be the dog, you know, all of the animals of the zodiac, cat, you know, you name it. And so she discovers this secret, and it's all about her like keeping the secret, living with the family and learning more about them, and them learning to just kind of like get along with each other. Yeah, it's really fun. It's amazing. Like, I really like it. So yeah, happy to have collector's number 2 now. Then also from Waterstones, I got The Lucky List by Rachel Lippincott. I have no idea that this had been released because I have loved and adored 5 Feet Apart. I did start her other book all this time. I was actually quite enjoying that one, but I never continued on with it because there were just readathons going on and all stuff going on. It is in my shed for me to pick up. So this is Rachel Lippincott's new and latest book. Like, I had no idea that this was out, which is why I was really excited to get my hands on it. It literally came out this year. Oh, but it's like yellow and flowery and gorgeous. So this is about Emily, who's always been lucky. Her mum was the lucky one, and since her mum died, Emily has started to feel like her luck has run out. So she finds her mum's senior year bucket list. She finds 12 ways to feel close to her again. She wants to check everything off, but she is going to need help in the form of Blake. As they work through the list, the girls' bond deepens. Emily is starting to feel lucky again. She's faced with a question: can she accept the new part of herself and the part that her mum never knew that even existed? This story is about loss, love, and discovering who you are. Oh man, I'm really excited for it. I loved 5 Feet Apart. I love the book. I love the movie. Like, so good. And like I say, from what I was enjoying from her second book. So I have really high hopes for this one. 2 girls, 1 list, and 12 chances to fall in love. This... oh my goodness, is this LGBT? See, when I read Blake, I think of a guy's named Blake, but this has me excited if These are two girls falling in love. Man, that has me excited. So this could be possibly a like sapphic romance going on. Oh, I'm all for that. Then I found in Waterstones this book, so I couldn't pass it because like the fact that it actually had this book, I was really, really surprised. So yes, this is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Literally everybody seems to be reading this book at the moment and have said how amazing it is. It's a New York Times and US Today bestseller. And so it says here, it's a magical island, a dangerous task and a burning secret. Linus is a by-the-book caseworker in the department in charge of magical youth. At 40 he lives in a tiny house with a devious cat and old records for company, but his quiet life is about to change. They are summoned by extremely upper management and given a curious and highly classified assignment to travel to an orphanage on a distant island and determine whether 6 dangerous magical children are so dangerous that they're likely to bring about the end of days. When they arrive at the strangest of the islands, they're greeted by a series of mysterious figures, the greatest mystery of all, which is Arthur Parnassus, the master of the orphanage. As Linus and Arthur grow closer, they discover the master would do anything to keep the children safe, even if it means the world has to burn, or worse, his secret comes to light. It's an enchanting love story, masterfully told about the profound experience of discovering an unlikely family in an unexpected place and realising that the family is yours. But I've heard so many good things about this book, just saying like how great it is, and when I just saw a copy was there, I was like, I have to get my hands on it. So yes, super happy to have this one now. And then I picked up Only Most Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. This is a book that I've been meaning to pick up anyway because it was in the Contemporary Book Club for June and I never got around to actually reading it, and when I saw it I was just like, I wanna like pick this book up. Like the fact that the copy was there was kind of like a sign to me. So it says here, Ollie falls for Will over the holidays, but once summer's ended, Will stops texting him back. Enrolled at a new school, which is Will's school, they find out the affectionate and comfortably queer guy he knew from summer isn't the same one that's attending. The version of Will is a class clown, a basketball jock, and a bit of a jerk. The last time Ollie gave Will his heart, Will handed it back to him trampled and battered. Ollie will be a fool to trust him again with it. The fans of Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to give this a try, but it's an older readers shortlist. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah, happy that I have a copy of this now. And the final book that I got from Waterstones was Battle Royale by Kushin Takami. So yes, I've been seeing this going around like BookTube. I know that this is Spoops' like one of her favourite books, and yeah, I know that I believe it's kind of like I want to say a manga series because I've seen her read the manga series, so I'm not sure if it's like kind of like all linked together, but this is huge. This is really huge. This is over 600 pages, but then to be honest, like so is the Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, so like this will be no problem. But this is a thriller based on an irresistible premise. A class of junior high school students are taken to a deserted island as part of a ruthless authoritarian program. They are provided arms and forced to kill one another until only one survivor is left standing. Criticised as violent exploitation when first published in Japan, it then proceeded to become a bestseller. It's a Lord of the Flies for the 21st century, a potent allegory of what it means to be young and barely alive in a dog-eat-dog world, made into a controversial hit movie of the same name. Battle Royale is already a contemporary Japanese pop classic, now available in a new English language translation. So there is a movie, but I think there's a manga series as well. So this kind of like makes me think of like Hunger Games, but maybe more graphic, like on an island, like Hunger Games on an island with a bit more graphic. So yeah, I mean, I don't know like what's going to happen in this book. I just know that everybody's reading it. So yeah, I got this as a read that everyone's reading, so we shall see what I think about it. but I'm really intrigued by it, so maybe at some point I will have this on a TBR. And in Tesco's I had the Castaways by Lucy Clark. This gave me like Lost vibes when I was reading this. Wish You Were Here, Think Again. You wake up on a beautiful remote island, sparkling blue seas, golden sunsets, barely a footprint in the sand. This isn't an ordinary escape. Next to the wreck of a plane, a stranger paces, another sharpens a knife, scoring a list of dead onto the palm tree. Others watch from the shadows of a campfire, all with untold stories and closely guarded secrets. It's not an ordinary holiday or an island, or this is not an ordinary beach read. A rare thriller, beautifully written, utterly compelling, page turner, fabulous and spellbinding. Those are all the reviews it's got, but yeah, definitely gives me Lost vibes. So yeah, I really liked Lost, the TV show, and I love books based on islands where they're stranded. I've mentioned this before in videos. Any book that is based stranded on an island or stranded somewhere, especially Ireland. Yeah, so I was captivated the moment that I actually saw the cover of this. When I read the back, I knew that I had to get it. And the final book that I got today was of course The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. This is Matt Haig's new and latest book, and it's a absolute positive vibe of a book. So many people have grabbed this, are reading this. It's just gorgeous in every way. Look at this under the dust jacket right here, and in that side just there. Absolutely gorgeous book. But these are reflections on hope, survival and the messy miracle of being alive. The Comfort Book is a collection of consolations learned in hard times and suggestions for making the bad days better. Drawing on maxims, memoir and inspirational lives of others, these meditations celebrate the ever-changing wonder of living. It's when we need the wisdom of a friend or a reminder that we can always nurture inner strength and hope even in our busy world. A book of timeless comfort from Modern Minds. But as I was flicking through this, it's just so good. Like here and there it just says tips on how to make a bad day better. And it just say like anything like get up and get washed, get dressed, stand up, move your body, put your phone in another room. Yeah, just kind of like makes you feel pretty good. Like crying releases stress hormones, swearing increases pain tolerance, fury can motivate us into action. Feel what you feel. Silence and smiles aren't the only way to respond to pain. Sometimes it is good to howl. So yeah, it kind of like is a book to make you feel better about yourself, especially if you do suffer with anxiety and depression. I do myself. So I feel like this will be really, really good. Hopefully I will give this a read and review pretty soon, because it seems like it'll be a fairly short read actually. And I really enjoyed Matt Haig's books Reason to Stay Alive. That was a really good book as well. So yeah, looking forward to giving this a read, and hopefully it makes you feel comfort. And if I feel like it will be really good for anxiety and depression and, you know, kind of like suicidal thoughts and stuff, then yeah, I will definitely recommend it. But I have high hopes for this because Matt Haig himself suffers with all of that, and he is just a massive inspiration because he is a survivor, really, because he has many times admitted that there were times when he didn't want to be alive. So yes, I'm looking forward to reading this for definite, but I had to get my hands on it. So it is in Tesco's, it's in the supermarkets at the moment. So yeah, get your hands on a copy of this if you think that this is going to make you feel good. If you feel like at the moment you are in such a rut, like with your life or with your work or your mental health is just not great, maybe this is a book for you. So yeah, I'll give it a read and I will let you guys know. It is the 18th of July and I have a couple of books to share with you. The first of which is Until You by Penelope Douglas. This is the book Bully, which I am currently rereading right here by Penelope Douglas. This is the book told in the guy's perspective. So we have a main girl character called Tatum and Jared is the main guy, and this yes, from his perspective. So I would really like to see like what goes through his head because he's a mysterious character. But yeah, it says for everyone who loved Bully, this is Jared's story. This is about two people who used to be best friends, like Jared and Tatum used to be best friends, and then something happened. Jared goes away one day and then comes back and he just starts hating Tatum for like no reason. Then he starts bullying her like throughout school, so to the point that she goes away to France for a year to kind of like have a break from it all, and then she returns and she, you know, she's a lot different since she went there, and then she just suddenly sort of like takes a stand for herself and is like, you know what, I'm not going to take a stand for this, I'm going to sort of like retaliate. And so therefore she does, and it kind of like throws Jared a bit off of balance, and then like tension kind of like arises about, you know, their friendship that used to be and things like that. So yes, it is like a bully romance, I suppose you could say, because he is like quite a bully to her, but then she, because she's retaliating, she is kind of like being a bit of a bully back. So it's kind of like, you don't like what you dish, if you don't like what gets dished back at you, then don't dish it yourself, or you know, that sort of thing. So yes, to hear it from his perspective, I am quite excited to hear. So yes, I've got this one, and then I have got the sequel, which is Rival, and this is the story of Maddox and Fallon. So Maddox is the best friend of Jared from the first book, so this is his story. So it says here, Maddox and Fallon, two estranged teenagers playing games to push the boundaries between love and war. She is back. For 3 years she's been away at boarding school. There was no word from her. When we lived in the same house, she used to cut me down during the day and then leave her door open for me at night. I was stupid then, but I'm ready to beat her at her own game. 3 years, and I can tell that he still wants me, even if he acts like he's better than me. I won't be scared away or pushed down. I'll call his bluff and fight back. That's what he wants. As long as I keep my guard up, he'll never know how much he affects me. So again, I suppose it's going to be another like, girl has returned and now she's like fighting again, so it's sort of like, yeah, pushes boundaries and everything. But yeah, I'm quite excited to read more books in this story and read more about the characters and everything. Like, I've ordered the novellas from this. The third book, for some reason, like, is really expensive. It's like around £30. I can get it for about, I think, 15 from Australia, but it would take like probably up to a month, maybe more, to arrive. But it is available as an ebook, so I might end up just getting it as an ebook. And then, you know, if I do find that I enjoyed that one, then I'll like save up to get the actual physical copy to go with the others. But yeah, I'm hoping that the sequel is going to be just as good as Bully. But I literally, just as I was rereading Bully, I was just loving it all over again, and it's just so addictive and so good that I was like, I'm gonna need to buy like the other books that are in this series, because like I really enjoy it. So yeah, so I got these couple of books from Amazon, and yeah, really looking forward to reading more from this series. I'm really excited. And the novellas are from like other characters that are in the book as well. I think Casey, the friend of Tatum, has her own story as well, and I think there's like a sister of like one of the main guys who's got her own story, possibly the third book. That's possibly the storyline behind the third one. But yeah, I'm so happy that I have these now, because I know that I will devour these. I don't know how much I can probably be able to resist reading these straight away. I will try and do my best to stick to my TBR, and yeah, we shall see. But I know that this will be something that I will probably be diving into very soon, if not in the month of August for definite. But yeah, so super, I have these couple of books now. We're nearing the end of the month now, and I've accumulated a lot of books to share with you guys. Some I've purchased from charity shops or secondhand from the internet, or brand new, or they're pre-orders. So let's just get started. I won't go into like what these books are about. I'll just be sharing with you guys the books that I got. So the first book that I've got here, I was really lucky to get, because online it's really hard to get hold of, and then suddenly I had a notification from the Waterstones website saying that it was in stock, so I jumped on it straight away and I ordered it, and that is volume number 3 of Fruits Basket, the collector's edition. People are selling this for like £50. So when Waterstone said they had it in stock for £14.99, I had an online discount code, so I got it around £12.79, and so I got it sent to the Waterstone store, and I literally picked this book up yesterday. So I'm so happy that I also have a collector's edition volume number 3 now. I love these volumes so much. I do need to read volume number 2, but now that I've got 3, this is great because it was so rare to find. So I'm super happy that I have this in my hands now. Next of all, I have got here a pre-order. I've got Emily Henry's You and Me on Vacation. This one sounds really summery. 2 best friends, 10 summer trips, and their last chance to fall in love. And it just sounds really cute, and I love the cover to this. I think it's absolutely colourful, and yeah, it's literally kind of pretty much about like 2 best friends, and then they go on this holiday, and yeah, stuff happens and all that. But yeah, I'm really excited for it because I'm up for a really sort of like a cute read pretty damn soon. Then in a charity shop I found the whole of the Sisterhood of the Travelling Pants, which is like the Sisterhood of the Travelling Pants, the second summer of the Sisterhood, Girls in Pants, and Forever in Blue. So this is the box set that I found in a charity shop that I literally got for about £4. I do own the first book somewhere, I feel like, but if not, I've got all of the 4 books now, and there is a movie, The Sisterhood of the Travelling Pants, and I really actually kind of like the movie. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like give the books a read, and I just saw this box set there and I was like, for real. And then I found the Mask City as well as the Lost Plot by Genevieve Konkman. I have heard of the Masked City, but this one not so much. But they're both these books in the charity shop for £1 each, and they sound really good. They kind of like sound historical actually. They're like based in like Victorian London, an alternative Victorian London, and this one is like alternative 1920s America, so I think they're kind of like interlinked somehow. But yeah, they just sound really interesting. Like when I read the back of these books, and I was like, you know what, I love me some interesting, especially like historical fiction books, and I was like, you know what, it sounds like it should be like a great adventure. So yeah, glad I got these. Then I picked up McFly's Unsaid Things. This was in the charity shop. I was like, oh my goodness, like of all things, McFly's like my favourite band like ever, and I've never actually read their autobiography, which was written like a few years ago now, and so this was there, and it's got like pictures of them all and all about them and stuff, and I would just love to read all about them and everything. Like I just love like the inside cover there, like so cool. And I mean, look at that, like, oh, just amazing. So yeah, she sold it to me for like £1.50. She was like, yeah, I'll give it to you for like £1.50 because it didn't have a price on it, and I was like, awesome, that is a bargain. I will take that from the charity shop. Yeah, really happy with this. Charity shops are simply amazing. Also from a charity shop I picked up I think Twice by Sarah Manowski. This is something to do about telepathic kids, and I do have another book by Sarah Manowski. I think I might have read a book by Sarah Manowski, but I can't remember now. But yeah, I saw this in there and I was like, ooh. Then I got The Keys to the Golden Firebird by Maureen Johnson, also from a charity shop, and I've heard really good things about this book, and I know that this is about someone who is wanting to pass their driving test and like learning the highway code and everything, but I hear really good things about like Maureen Johnson's books. I'm always told that this one is a really good one. Then I got here 5 Get Beach Body Ready by Ian Blyton. I've got a few of these books. These are written by Bruno Vincent. It says them back here. I think I've got Give Up the Booze. I think I've got at least 3 of them. I've got the Brexit one. But yeah, they're basically kind of like piss takes of like the famous 5, but like as adults. So I've not read them yet. They're really short reads. I should really go and read them, but I'm so like collecting them because whenever I find them in a charity shop, they're like £1, £1.50. Like they're pretty cheap, and yeah, they'd be great to give a read. Also in a charity shop I got here Notes on a Nervous Planet by Matt Haig, and this one I don't believe I own because I haven't like got around to getting it yet, and I don't often read a lot of non-fiction books, but this is Matt Haig we're on about, and he's amazing. I love him so much on Twitter, and yeah, so this is about like what if the way we live was engineered to make us unhappy, and if there was something that we could do about it. So yeah, happy that I've got that now. Also at work there was a co-worker that left to go home, and there were some books that they left behind, and so I kind of like purged the shelf and I picked up J.R.R. Tolkien's Tales from the Perilous Realm, illustrated by Alan Lee, and there's a dragon on the front here. And yeah, so there were like illustrations throughout. I'll just try and like find one to share with you guys. Like there's one right here of some sort of like elf like things, but yeah, I'm not sure if it's like linked with the Lord of the Rings somehow or the Hobbit, but yeah, like Tales from the Perilous Realm. So 5 classic tales by the author of the Hobbit, Rovandom, Farmer Giles of Ham, The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, Smith of Witton Major, Leaf by Nigel. So it's short stories and poems as a master storyteller. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure, but I've heard of Tom Bombadil, but I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, yeah, I got hold of this now. Got some Jennifer Echols books. So I got here Endless Summer, and this I believe is a bind up of 2 books, and this is, I want to say, like a couple, it's The Boy Next Door and Endless Summer. There you go, Boy Next Door and Endless Summer, 2 summer romance books in a bind up by Jennifer Echols. And yeah, I got it for really cheap online. I just wanted to like go around and get around to getting all of Jennifer Echols' books. I've also got here The One That I Want by Jennifer Echols as well. These aren't like really like spoken about, but I absolutely loved their like superlatives books. I've got here Playing Dirty by Jennifer Echols as well. This one I haven't really like heard of. It's a Stargazer novel, so yes, part of a series that I've not like read of. I've got here Going Too Far by Jennifer Echols as well, another book by them. And I've got here Forget You by Jennifer Echols. Yeah, honestly I went on a bit of a binge of Jennifer Echols' books and got them for really cheap online. Got here Love Story by Jennifer Echols, another one there. Got Dirty Little Secret by Jennifer Echols right here. That was some books that I got from Waterstones. I got here Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. I've had really, really good things about this book, but also I got this book because of this. It's absolutely gorgeous and I love it so much. It's beautiful, and yeah, like I say, I had really, really good things about it and I could not pass that one up. I also got Hani and Ishi's Guide to Fake Dating by Adiba Jaigirda. Yeah, I've heard great things about this one. I've heard that this one's really, really cute actually. So another LGBT book here. I've got here The Ship of Brides by Jojo Moyes. This one I got from a free bookshelf that was at Tesco's in Poole, Tower Park. So I've not really like heard of this one, but Jojo Moyes, she's the author of Me Before You, one of my favourite books. So yes, I got my hands on this one from the free bookshelf. And then I also picked up the Salem Witch Society by K.M. Shields. This sounds a really interesting kind of like witchy book actually. So Salem, New England, many dark nights ago, the most famous witch hunt in history is about to begin. So yeah, about the Salem. So that'd be quite cool. And then I got here Tantalize by Cynthia Lateach Smith, and yes, this is vampires, I want to say. Like I remember seeing this around like quite a while ago. So yeah, those are like literally the books that I have acquired in July. So yeah, quite a lot of books, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this haul all the same, and let me know if you've read any of these books down below, and also if you're interested in any books, then feel free to give them a research. And if there's any books you'd like to see me read whenever, just like let me know down below. But yes, that's it for me guys. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All of my social media links will be linked down below if you'd like to follow me elsewhere: Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads. I've got an Amazon wishlist, and I also have a book club where I read along with everybody every month. And also I do have a video game, a Twitch and a YouTube, as well as a Twitter that goes all towards that. That'll all be found down below if you'd like to follow me all over there. But other than that, thank you so much for watching my videos. Always keep smiling, keep reading, be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!